My colleagues have already ably and wisely listed the political lessons and constitutional complications emerging from a peace accord which at the time of its making was both necessary and reasonable but became dysfunctional over time. I would like to direct our attention to a different and maybe even more broadly relevant story and lesson from the 20-year-old history of the peace negotiations. We should bear in mind that the Dayton process was the first resolution after the Second World War of a brutal and very brutal war where international humanitarian law was not pushed into the background for the sake of a political deal. This was the first case of its kind after the Second World War. Indeed, no impunity was offered to those suspected of war crimes and crimes against humanity. Had, for example, Radovan Karadzic not been indicted by the tribunal, he would have led the delegation of Republika Srpska, and that would have meant that the peace negotiations would have collapsed even before they have started. So, for me, the lesson we should bear in mind is this. The policy of no impunity is not only the right policy. We all know that. It is very often the best policy at the same time. Thank you very much.
Mrs.